Hi, this is David Canigliaro, author of Keeping Your Customers Addicted to You. I wanted to talk to medium-sized companies and large companies about your advertising and sales. I believe, and history has proven, that in order to really drive revenue and profit streams to your company, you really need to focus on SEO. SEO is a search engine optimization. And in order to keep the traffic flowing, you need SEO on steroids. I mean, you really need to beef up your advertising in this area. And we stack the deck. We make it extremely easy to do this. I deal with tons of companies on this, and we have revolutionized and changed their industries. I mean, I've got a plumbing company that I deal with right now who's making 10 times the amount of money, his company is, that they were doing 4 or 5 months ago, just by beefing up their traffic on their website. I think of the biggest killer of business, the biggest major killer of business, maybe you've seen this. Think about companies like Blockbuster Video, David Cook. Blockbuster Video didn't think that Netflix was going to be a problem, and they paid for it. By June of 2010, there was no more Blockbuster Video, and Netflix just took a huge chunk out of the movie industry at $26 billion. Think about companies like Kmart. Kmart didn't think that Walmart was going to be a problem. Now, how many Kmarts do you see? I live in a major city, and you have to drive about 30-35 minutes just to find one Kmart. And by the way, you probably pass about 15 to 16 Walmarts to get to that Kmart. I think of companies like Amancio Ortega. Amancio Ortega is the definition of not being complacent. Amancio Ortega, not many people know that name. He's the famous clothing designer of Zara. Zara is it's international clothing store, international and domestic, and they cater to women. But this guy really listens to his customers. They send out a survey, a questionnaire, and they ask women, "Hey, you know, what do you like about this outfit? What you don't like about this outfit?" They'll say, "Well, I like the outfit, I just don't like the collar." Well, immediately he takes that information, he goes back to his manufacturing plant, the warehouse, and they crank out in the next 2 weeks that same outfit is going to be in 2,000 stores, but this time with no collar, that same outfit. So here's a guy that really listens to his customer, and the reason that they do so well is because it's about speed and efficiency. Talk about complacency. Let's forget business as we think of business right now. I think of somebody like MC Hammer. MC Hammer, back in the late 80s and early 90s, was everybody remembers him for his famous parachute pants and his extreme dance moves. Well, everybody remembers that. And his most famous song was "You Can't Touch This." You can't touch this. Meaning, you can't touch what I'm doing. Now, this guy was a very hard worker, extremely hard, but he was an extremely hard worker, but he got complacent. He didn't understand that the hip-hop climate had changed. The customers had changed. Doing business like it was 1989, moving into 1992, became a detriment, and by 1996, he lost his illustrious fortune of $33 million, gone, bankrupt. And, you know, he's just another classic case of complacency. Don't be like Blockbuster Video. Don't be like Kmart. Don't be like MC Hammer. Do not be complacent. You gotta be a shark. You gotta be a lion. And a lot of these guys were lions. They were the lions chewing up the gazelles, but somewhere along the line they got complacent, kind of like a lion eating a tranquilizer and going to sleep. Don't be like these guys. At our company, we do SEO, marketing, sales tactics, and game plans to really shake things up in the industry. The biggest thing in business is really knowing where to find food. I've got computer software programs that really track and copy. They're basically spy programs, and they'll find out who your competitors are. They're going to find out exactly what's working for them, where their traffic sources are coming from. I've got pie charts, candlestick graphs of all of this data that's right there at our fingertips. We find out the age of the customer that's calling them. We find out, did they buy from them more on a Tuesday versus a Thursday? All this data is right there, and it cuts out all of the guesswork. And that's exactly what we do. That's when I say SEO on steroids, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't know how SEO works, search engine optimization for your website. It's a little bit complicated. Back in the day, 2007, 2008, everybody was focused on backlinks, right? So you'd have your link on the bottom or somewhere on 100 websites or something, and at that time it actually worked in order to get your company at the top of Google. Well, that no longer works. Backlinks no longer work. In fact, we say, well, that's so 2007 or that's so 2008. If you're still doing business like it's 2007 and a 2015 going into 16 world, things need to change, because all your competition is doing business like it's 2015 and 16, and they're going to start taking more and more of the market share away from you, and their competitors are going to do the same thing. Okay. I just want to go over a few bullet points real quick, and that is, I'm always looking for ways to improve companies, ways to improve their sales, ways to improve their marketing. I'm always looking for problems to solve for these businesses. The Japanese have this phrase, and translated into English, it would be constant and never-ending improvement. If you live there, if you're married to that concept, you'll never have to worry about being complacent. When the market shifts, you just shift with that current trend, and then you'll never starve. You never have to worry about, are you going to make money? Is your company going to still continually be successful? The marketing narrative going into the future will have to be knowing your customers, knowing what makes them buy, knowing what makes them tick, knowing what makes them addicted to your service, and all that, and knowing the keywords and the meta tags and all that stuff. Well, we handle all that for you. That's exactly what we do on a daily basis. Give me a call. I promise we will do 3 things. We will increase your sales. We will revolutionize and put you at the top of the rank of Google, Yahoo, Bing. I promise you will be at the top of that. And 3, you will dominate your market. You won't just compete with your competitors, you will dominate. Give me a call.